how about that? I'm actually streaming on a Sunday for once, and I'm not drawing. You know, honestly, I feel like I should maybe do another doodle stream again. I just I'm gonna be honest. I just don't like. I don't do too many drawing streams anymore because it's just such a hassle to like get my tablet set up for it. Because like I have to like I use like a certain like application. Oh, I am. Oh, hold on. There might be. It's not saying I am. Hold on. Maybe I should just switch to my other headset. I'm gonna do that. Hold on. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put my mic over. Okay. Is that better? I don't know. Oh, my cat's here. Hello, cat. Oh, you dumb. Ah! This dumb cat. He pushed the door wide open. Get your booty out. Ah! Ah! Okay. Okay, it's good. He's trouble. He's been very bad today. My cat. Oh my goodness. So, I had a very adventurous day, and I'll get into that in a second. But so when I came home, I was very tired, and I just wanted to take a nap, right? So I go to take a nap, and he like jumps up on my bed, and he's like poking at me and jumping over me and yelling at me for him to do something. He probably just wanted food, even though there was plenty of food when I went down to feed them. And so I was like, I have been out all day today while you have been here sleeping. Now it's my turn. and then when I finally woke up from my nap, I found out that he had thrown up on my bed. Thankfully it was like at the foot of my bed. But I didn't know that when I went to take a nap. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So I had to clean my whole bed. I had to take everything off and get new sheets. And now he's following me around, and he's pushing open all the doors that I'm in. Can't believe this cat. Can't do anything with him. Yeah, he's been. Are you again? You need to stop. Sorry, he's being very bad. Maybe Momo's influence. Ooh. I sure hope not. Something about it. Maybe he's mad at me because I've been at work so much, so often. He's like, how dare you not spend every waking moment with me? And every sleeping moment too. Because he does frequently sleep in my bed, which is why he threw up on it today. Yeah, I'm not happy about that. But at least, because I have, I like to have, plushies on my bed. You know, I'm one of those plushie girlies. Thankfully, he didn't throw up on any of the plushies. So, no, his problem is that he eats too much too fast, and then he throws up. Because his body can't digest it all. We used to have them eat out of one of those like dishes where they have the what's it called, the prong things, you know, that's like supposed to slow animals down when they eat. But I don't know, there's not too much of a difference, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what his problem is. He eats too much, and he's fat. To add insult to injury, he is also fat. But I still love him. It's just, you know, it just means there's more of him to love. My other cat has been pretty bad too. He was very upset today that I didn't let him stay outside all day while I was away. But boo freaking who. And he's been walking around in the street, almost getting hit by cars. I'm like, you're gonna get yourself killed, mister. So yeah, I have two troublemaker cats now. Great, just what I need. But I bet you're all just dying to know the grand adventure that I've been on today. So I'll tell you. Um, so there's this like crafts market that was going on today, and it was like it's like up in the more hilly area of where I live. I can't say where because I don't want to dox myself, but we were all it was me, Mama B and Papa B, and a couple of our family friends. And Blythe was there. I love how it's our family friends and also Blythe. But because you know, Blythe loves her crafty things, so she came along with us. And so we went up there, and first of all, let me tell you, because it was up on top of a hill, right? It was terrifying. I was freaking out because like they had us drive up a hill, and you know that I was already kind of ooh because it was like it had like a bunch of gravel on the road. And then when we got to the top, the area they wanted us to park at was like kind of slanted. So like the car was kind of like sliding over, and we were all like, "Oh no, just keep going, just keep swimming." It was scary to me. It was very scary to me. It was probably scary to everybody else. And then I got a bit of vertigo when we parked, and I was like, "Whoa, whoa, please don't fall, please don't fall down." Yeah, I know. Blythe, she's been very busy lately with her job. Like she's got a full-time job now, and you know, God, girl, how dare she? How dare she get a job that makes her unable to stream every day? Rah. It's okay. She's happy, so you know that's all that matters. Mm. Definitely, definitely not a beach episode. More like a woods episode, maybe. Yeah. So we parked, and thankfully the car was still there when we came back. It didn't slide down the hill, thank goodness, because it was kind of muddy up there. And so we head over to the market, and it was very nice. There were lots of very lovely people there, and we got some maple cotton candy, and I got this little crochet potion bag. So like it's crocheted to look like a potion, and it's got like a little crochet cork in it that you can take out. I want to fill it with like little trinkets. And then when people are like, "Oh, what's in your little bottle?" I'm like, little guys. Cuz you know me, I love my little guys. Yeah, and I got my beloved a little kiwi plushie, like the bird, a little kiwi bird that was made 100% from alpaca. So it was very fluffy and fuzzy, and I just love it so much. Alpaca fur is so soft. They had all sorts of little plushy critters, but I was tempted at first because they had one that was like a little chick. But then I saw the kiwi and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's a kiwi." I just really like plushies of the more like unconventional animals. You know, the ones that you don't see very much. Oh yeah, it's alpaca fur is pretty. I wouldn't say it's like super common where I live, but you know, like uh, like as opposed to like sheep wool or something like that. But you do see it a lot, especially with like Amish goods. I think. Yeah, I could probably post a picture of the kiwi. I named him Giwi. He's Giwi the kiwi. A crocheted wombat. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I just really like the more unconventional, kind of obscure animals. They didn't have any bees, though, unfortunately. There was, however, there was like a honey stand. I didn't go to that though. We got plenty of honey. I got plenty. I've got tons of honey where that came from. I did find out that there's a honey festival somewhere around where I live, so maybe that'll have to be the next adventure. And like my friends told me, they said that there's like a guy there's a bee guy that comes out and he covers himself with bees. I'm like, whoa, that sounds fun. I would love to go. I need to make like a little trinket of myself so I can take pictures in there. Yeah, the one bad thing though, which I did not expect to see. So when you go to a crafts fair, you expect the people to make the stuff that they're selling, right? Well, there was one booth that was selling some like some products with AI generated images on them. And it took like everything in me not to be a jerk about it. Cause I was like, I'm sure that these people are very nice and they didn't mean any harm by using this content on their products. But I do not approve. I never thought that I would see the day where AI generated garbage is being sold at a crafts fair. Seeing those the little 3D printed dragons, that they have that they have in like anime conventions all the time now. Like I feel like that's one thing. Because at least a person made those sculpts. Like it might be unoriginal, and kind of a waste of 3D printing, but at least a human designed and made those products. You can't say the same about selling AI generated stuff just like plastered onto different things. So, yeah, that was a bit disappointing. Like I said, I'm sure that the people who are making it, they probably aren't thinking like, yeah, let's use AI because I hate artists. They probably didn't intend anything bad by it. They just probably didn't know. But I wasn't gonna like cause a scene or like start an argument or anything. It's just something where I was like, okay, we're moving on. But other than that, the market was really fun. There was a lot of very very cool, very interesting stuff. And oh, I also tried gator for the first time. There was this like seafood type place. It was like a food truck sort of thing, And the people who ran it, they were super nice, very charismatic. But one of the items, I was like, looking at their menu, and then one of the item was gator bites, and it said made with real gator, and I was like, okay, I kind of want to try it. They had another one. They had like shark and they had walleye. But I was like, I kind of want to try gator. Why not? So I got it, and it wasn't too bad. I didn't really know what to expect because you don't normally eat reptiles. But it tasted kind of fishy, I think. Like it was like a white meat. It definitely was not mammal meat. Yeah, I really hope so. I really hope that craft fairs and other things like that remain artists first. I would be me personally, if I was selling some of my stuff, I would be kind of offended. Be like, you could have paid like someone for those pictures. But, oh well, okay. Yeah, so the gator meat was pretty good, surprisingly. And yeah, it filled me up very nice. And then towards the end, we we went to this little there was a little coffee shop area, or like a coffee shop food truck, and I got a a blueberry lavender lemonade, which was delicious, and I got this raspberry like shortcake thing, which I'm gonna eat a piece of because I had to take some Pepto earlier, and it was bad. Oh, sorry, I just bonked the mic. I always do that. I always forget that the mic is like right next to my face. I'm so dumb. I hope I didn't get it sticky. Okay, I don't think it's sticky. Yeah, I could see chicken and oyster. Sorry, you're getting some eating ASMR. But yeah, it like my tummy was hurting something bad. So I had to take a Pepto. I always take Pepto. I take Pepto all the time. I've got really bad tummy issues sometimes. So I always have to have Pepto handy. Eating upset tummy. I mean, it shouldn't be upset anymore because I took Pepto, right? That's how that works. That's what it's supposed to do. You know? But yeah, anyways. So that was nice. And then afterwards we went to this little it was like a little shopping center. They have a lot of they have like Amish furniture and like different more like country sort of goods. And there was a flea market going on, so we explored the flea market a bit. I didn't really see anything that I was like, I have to have. Though there was this one area. Actually, there were a couple areas that had like. There was one that had some really cool looking rocks. Like they had some like fossilized coral. It was really cool. And then there was one that had a couple of like taxidermied like insects, and it had like a bat and all sorts of things. I thought that it was really cool. And then we went into this another, it wasn't, I think it was like a Appalachian, why did I say it like that? Appalachian goods. Why did I have an accent for that? Which, again, there was so much AI generated garbage. Oh, I hate it. I hate going into craft type stores and seeing it. I hate it so much. No more. I want to get off the ride. Yeah, I think I'm one of those people where it's like, I do think that AI can be used ethically. It can be used for good things. But I think that what it's being used for right now is just, it's not the way to go. Is what I'm saying. Like, using it to do, like, okay. So, I think that there's just, like, certain things that only humans should be able to do. Like, doing research, making art. That's something that only a human should be able to do. However, things like, I don't know, like brain surgery or something. If an AI can help you to do that, that's great. Basically, if it helps, if it can help other people, I'm okay with that. But if it's going to put people out of jobs and overall make the world a stupider place, I don't think that's good. I don't think that's a good thing. Especially with like how much more accurate it's been getting. It's been getting more and more accurate. So now, like, you could fake anything and pass it off as being real with AI, and that's probably not a good thing. I'm just saying. But yeah. It just especially sucks when you see it at a place that's supposed to be made for artists. But what can you do? Other than the pain of seeing all the AI stuff. It was a pretty fun visit. There was a lot of in that area. There was like a lot of Bigfoot memorabilia. I'm talking like they had like little statues of him. They had those like the like silhouettes that you can put in your yard to make people driving by think that they saw Bigfoot. All sorts of things. Oh yeah, I know. I'm not a fan of the like asking Grok for every little thing. It's like for some of it, I feel like you could have just Googled that. it could be something so simple as like, I don't know. Hey, did you know that the sun rises every morning? Then people will be like, Grok, is that true? It's like, I don't know, man. Open your eyes. I don't know. It's just a thought. Yeah. It's just one of those things where it's like, you could just look that up. You don't need to announce to the entire internet that you're a dumb guy and you don't know how to, you don't know like the most simple of questions. That, I feel like that speaks volumes of the kind of person you are. they'll ask Grok to like explain a joke. It's like, oh my gosh, Grok, is Bigfoot real? Yes, yes. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true too. I definitely do not like how much how much damage AI is going to inevitably do on our environment. Like the booth that I saw today, generating those images probably cost like 25 gallons of water at least. What about Mothman? Mothman definitely exists. There were a couple of people, like in the at the crafts fair that were selling little Mothman stuff. Like a couple of the people who were selling like little crochet guys were they made little Mothmen, and I convinced Mama B to get a Mothman towel. Not like a beach towel, just a hand towel. I think it's really cute. And yeah, and even there they had a Bigfoot hand towel too. Which it's cute. You know, I like Bigfoot. I just think Mothman's cuter. Which, speaking of, I've been there's a it was something I was talking about with Blythe, which I think is gonna be it might be a road trip thing. So who knows? Maybe we'll get another BBB Blythe collab. We could go over pictures, but there's this monster museum in Salem, Massachusetts that I really want to go to. Hold on, I can look it up. Monster Museum, Salem. Yeah. Okay. Okay, hold on. I can show you. Oh, hold on. I thought that I had the picture centered. Okay, so it's this monster museum, and I saw it on TikTok, but they got also they got like a Demigorgon. They have Jack Skellington for some reason, which I'm like, Jack Skellington's not. I mean, I guess he's kind of a monster, but he's a nice guy. I don't know why they make him look so evil. He's a nice guy. He's just, you know, he doesn't really get everything, you know? Rosy Maple Moth. Ooh, that sounds kind of cute. Moths are generally very cute. Yeah, exactly. He's just misunderstood. He just didn't understand Christmas. That's not a crime. Yeah, see, they got their own little Mothman. He's not as slim thick as some of the Mothmen at Point Pleasant, but you know, that's not bad. That's not a bad thing. I still think he's cute. Yeah, they have a bunch of different exhibits of different types of monsters. There's this Jersey Devil, and they had one. I'm wondering if they have a picture of it here. Oh, there's Jack Skellington again. I like the little pumpkins. Those are cute. Like what I found out about it first. Well, they got the Crooked Man. Was they have a Slender Man there, and I was like, oh my gosh, no way! Slender Man is being acknowledged as like an iconic monster. Oh, wait, yeah, there he is. I don't know why they they gave him a manicure. Like, okay, all right, diva. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, honestly, I kind of like this face sculpt interpretation of him, where it's like there's like almost a face, but there isn't really. I think that's really cool. Like, I'm really curious to know like what information, because like all of them have like a little like information plaque. Like you see the Jersey Devil has got like a little informational thing about it. And yeah, I gotta know. I want to know how much of it is like, because it'll either be like Slender Man is a monster created by the internet. So like I want to know how much of it is like just like the original lore, or how much is like taken from Marble Hornets, because a lot, I know I said it before, but a lot of like the mythos around Slenderman it comes from Marble Hornets. It was the Slenderman story at the time, and even still today. Like there's other ones, but I would say Marble Hornets and Tribe 12 I think had like the biggest impacts. Everyman Hybrid too. Oh, that sounds like a really fun museum. I think the one in Salem has a xenomorph too. I can't remember though. Yeah, Slenderman's definitely real. Just like Siren Head. I once went to a cryptid panel at a convention, and the guy running it, he asked if they were like any other like North American cryptids he was forgetting, and somebody said Siren Head. I was like, Siren Head's not real. Like I know you say that about like every cryptid, but no, Siren Head is not real. He's made by a guy. You can look it up. I also saw, oh my gosh, I once was like watching this like really crappy like cryptid iceberg, you know, back when like iceberg videos were like the thing to do. I mean, they're still pretty popular, but like it was during the time when like literally every single YouTube channel was making an iceberg video. And like the guy had like a something to be like, this is how believable I think this creature is. And for Siren Head, he said, could be real. Like, be so serious. Be so serious. Tell me you put absolutely no research into your video without telling me you put absolutely no research into your video. You know, it's just kind of yeah. I'm just a big fan. I'm a big fan of there's all sorts of different cryptids in North America. Like you could make an iceberg video probably about just the like Nessie ripoffs. There's like a million. There's Bessie and like the Ogopogo and I don't know, like probably a bunch more. I just can't think of any right now. Maybe that'll be the next thing. Next thing I look up. Okay. North American cryptids. Oh yeah, there's the Loveland Frogman. I love that guy. Very silly. Okay, so this website, once again, it is not censored. My apologies. We got Bigfoot. Hold on. Bigfoot, Ninky Minaj. Yeah. Oh yeah. Chupacabra. Oh yeah, La Llorona. That's definitely. Oh, this is just America. It doesn't have like South America. I know, or not South America, Central America. I know there's 1,000,001 cryptids in Latin America. They love their spooky guys. Yeah, I mean, yeah, North America includes Mexico and Latin America and Canada, so yeah. Yeah, I think so, because they got like a bunch of really cute little things. I really love their design of the Fresno Nightcrawler. I like the belt. These are very cute. I like them a lot. This is a cute website. Hold on. Does it say? I like the frogman too. Is that like a mollusk cat? Oklahoma octopus. Wait, where is that? The Nightcrawler. A jackalope. Oh, yeah, I love jackalopes. Jersey Devil, that one's classic. Is there... Yeah, the Flatwoods Monster. One of my favorites. Oh, yeah, there it is. The Oklahoma octopus. Yeah, I think I have heard of that one. What's the one in Hawaii? Menehune? I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce that. I don't really know. I don't know Hawaiian that well. I'm surprised there's not more. That's a cute thought. Having the belt be a hat. I like that. Yeah, like there's a bunch of stuff, like especially like I'm pretty sure there's like a Nessie clone in like Lake Erie. I'm pretty sure that's Bessie. I think. I can't remember. And the skinwalkers. Who doesn't love a good skinwalker? Oh, the Hodag. Well, the Hodag is like confirmed to be fake, but I don't know. It's a cryptid. I think you know, let's do that. Oklahoma octopus. I think I read the lore about it once upon a time. Hold on, let me move. Let's go to the cryptid wiki. I'm sure. Get out of here. Hold on. I learned a trick. I learned a trick about Fandom Wiki. To get rid of all the annoying ads, you go to anti-fandom. See, look at that. So much better, so much easier to read. Actually, I think I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. Okay. The Oklahoma octopus is a cryptid generally said to inhabit some freshwater man-made lakes of Oklahoma, including Lake Thunderbird, Uloga Lake. I'm sorry if I say that wrong. I'm not from Oklahoma. Lake Tenkiller, and Lake Tenkiller, where it attacks and kills unsuspecting swimmers. There is no existing footage of it. What a shocker. Evidence, although no physical evidence exists in the case of the Oklahoma octopus, many point to the high mortality rate and large number of unexplained drownings in the Oklahoma lakes as a clear sign of its presence. There have also been numerous reported sightings. Or maybe people are just bad at swimming. I don't know. No, I think I'm sorry, I'm like kind of blocking it. I don't know how to get this thing to be center. That's a great image. maybe a little bit smaller. Okay. Explanations. The Oklahoma octopus is most likely a cephalopod, more specifically an octopus. Really? Don't say. The Oklahoma octopus is most likely an octopus. According to the description of the creature. This would make the Oklahoma octopus the only freshwater-dwelling cephalopod species. This would not make this animal entirely unique, as numerous members of the typically marine requiem sharks, oh, that is a sick name, live in freshwater environments exclusively, including Gaines river shark. Some skeptics doubt the existence of such an oddity. However, octopus have been recorded, at least for brief periods of time, living in freshwater environments. One such case involves a common octopus being caught at Lake Conway in Faulkner County, Arkansas. The animal was most likely a released pet that survived long enough to cling onto the gates of the lake's dam. That's very interesting. Marine shark requiem. My one of my personal favorites, like my favorite aquatic cryptid is the Ningen. What the heck? Search. Why is it being slow? There we go. Yeah, I really like these guys. I think they're very interesting. So like some people say that like in the Antarctic, kind of close to Japan, there's these weird. They almost kind of look like. I like to say they're like kind of a cross between a beluga whale and a mermaid. So like a lot of people think that they are just beluga whales. Like any sort of sightings of them are just belugas, but it's an old creepypasta sort of thing from 2chan. But like there's been, I wonder if they have yeah, there's like pictures of them like supposedly walking on the land. I like this picture. Yeah, hold on. Yeah. He's a little silly little guy. The mermaid Slender Man. Yes. I think they're very cute. Yeah, Ningen does mean human. But they're, I think they spell it differently. It's because in a lot of pictures, like I said, a lot of pictures they're like kind of human looking. And like there's a couple of pictures where they're walking on land with 2 legs, and but like a lot of the pictures on this website show them as like more like whales. Yeah, it's really interesting. The guy in the whales too. I don't know. It's in Antarctica, so he'd probably be pretty cold. I think they're cute. I think they're cute, silly little guys. Though I really want to go to Point Pleasant during the Mothman Festival. I never make it. I never make it in time. I know people who they volunteer at the festival and they go every year, but I just never have been able to go. I did get to. I got to go 1 year after I got my driver's license. I was so happy. I told my parents, I was like, the first place I want to go to when I get my driver's license is I want to go to Point Pleasant for the Mothman Festival. But unfortunately, the Mothman Festival ended up being way too close to. We were gonna take a trip to California. So, yeah. Sadly, we were not able to make it, and then the next year we didn't really make it because of scheduling conflicts. But yeah, we finally got to go, and it was fun. We went to see the mines and everything, and that was pretty neat because it's all graffitied in there, and we saw like a deer. It's like in the woods. We had to. It's actually don't tell. It's kind of private property, so we may or may not have trespassed to get a look into the or not the mines, so like the what's it called? The like bomb areas. I forget what they're called. Sorry. But we went in there and it was very interesting. And then, of course, we went to the museum. Got to walk through there. Got to see the statue. I got to touch the booty. Of course, when in Rome, when in Point Pleasant, you touch the Mothman booty. At least I'm not as bad as the person who like put a tramp stamp on him. It's like, whoa, hey now, he just got a lot edgier. And yeah, we had a very fun time overall. And there was a parade going on, not Mothman related. It was like a sort of like pioneer sort of parade thing. Like there was a bunch of people with like in like old timey like traditional clothes. It was pretty fun. And there was a girl that she was wearing like one of those I paused my anime to be here shirts. I thought that was iconic. Yeah, I don't know. They probably washed it off now. But I just remember seeing a picture some time ago of somebody took a picture of the Mothman statue and he had a tramp stamp. I don't blame them. I don't know why, but so many of the Mothman stuff, they made him so thick. I'm not being a monster effer here. I'm pointing out it's a fact. If you go there, you will see like there's, especially in the museum, there's like a lot of sexy Mothman. It's like don't shoot the messenger. I'm just speaking the truth because it's not my opinion. It's objective fact. Like they make him caked up in some of these drawings and stuff. I don't know why. I didn't make it. It just is. I may not be a monster effort, but I know some people are, and that's okay. That's fine. You know, do what makes you happy. Yeah. That could be true, but then I feel like they could just make him like fuzzy. I don't know. I made myself fuzzy because bees are fuzzy. I do think that a more fluffy Mothman would be very cute. no, that's okay. That's all right. It would be too hard for me to doodle it. I fear. I'm not really good at drawing masculine men, anyways. So yeah, I think it's probably better if you just Google that on your own time. But so, yeah, in the other news, I have finally gotten more into actually using Vocaloid and Utau. It's been quite a journey. I had to look up a couple of tutorials on how to like actually use it and tune things. Like, man, tuning is hard. Especially because like there's no like one way to tune vocal synths. So, you know, you just kind of have to know what all the parameters do, and then I don't know. If I knew what to do, I would be just fine. But yeah, I watched one tutorial, and I was like, okay, here goes nothing. But I mean, it doesn't sound too bad. And I know I posted a tweet about it, but so okay, so if you don't know, different vocal synth programs have different download file types. So like for Vocaloid 4 it's VSQX, and for like Vocaloid 3 it's VSQ or VSX. I can't remember which one. There's a lot of V and S's. And for Utau, it's for its UST. And because Utao is like the most easily accessible, a lot more people make downloadable UST files. And thankfully you can like convert UST files into other formats. Maybe, well, I may or may not be cooking up my own Utao. Maybe a little bit. You'll just have to wait and see for that one. But, so, I've been wanting to, make a sort of cover for one particular song. I've been wanting to do this for, like, a few years now. But, unfortunately, the song is, like, it's a little bit obscure. It's popular-ish, but like it's not in Project Sekai. Let's put it that way. The song is it's not in any rhythm games. So, I had to scour the internet for this UST file. And so this is why I say that it's like a treasure hunt trying to get a UST file. So to get this one, I had to go from I found a YouTube video, and it credited the UST to some Nico Nico user, but it didn't link them. It just said their username. So I went to the creator of that video's Nico Nico upload of the same video, and there they linked the creator of the UST file. So I go to the creator of the UST files video, and in the description, in like the tiniest little text possible, there was a link to all of their UST files. So I go to there, and it's password locked. So I go back to the video, back to the tiny little text to look for the password. The password was just UST, so I was like, oh, okay. And it worked, and then I was able to download it. But that's not even the worst one. That's not even the worst one. Because the one that I had to find before that, for potentially my Utao voice bank, I had to go, so, okay. So I looked up the song's UST file. The first video for it that said that had like UST in it, I went to the description of that, and they credited another YouTuber. So I go to that YouTuber's channel, and their video, it says UST file on my website. So I go to their YouTube channel, go to their website from their YouTube channel, and on their website it said all USTs are on our Tumblr. So I go from their website to their Tumblr, and then I'm able to download the UST file, and then I can convert it into whatever. It was so exhausting. I was like, oh my gosh. How many layers? How many layers can we go? It's rough out here. It's rough work. It's rough work for I did. And so yeah, so I finally got the UST file. I was like, thank God. Man, I would have been so mad if like all their UST files got deleted. I would have been like, I'm never touching this program again. Cause like I could make my own thing, but I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough at Vocaloid to have the know-how to do all that. Like I barely know how to tune. So yeah. Nah, that's not happening. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear whirring in the background. I turned on my little fan. Yeah, that's what I was fearing. I was fearing that like cuz when I clicked on the website and it just had like a text file, I was like, "Oh god, it says it's going to say that this website is no longer in use." Yeah, but hey, it worked out in the end. So, that's all that matters. Yay! Whew. Yeah, I was getting sweaty just like talking about all the work I had to go through. I was really like going through it. I was like, oh god, especially for the one that I had been searching for like years. Is that when I was like I was on pins and needles. I was on the edge of my seat, like, okay, okay, go to here. I'll go to here. I'll go to here. Like especially because like I know there's like there's one particular art website where for certain images there's a password required to view the image, and usually it's like they have like y/n, so like yes or no. But if you type in yes, it's not the right password. If you put in Y, it's not the right password. So, yeah, more often I just kind of give up because I'm like, I don't know what you want from me. Do you want me to say no? Yeah, I don't know. I was worried that it was gonna be like that, but no. Thankfully, the UST creator did not lie, and thank goodness. 'Cause I would have cried. Like, I searched for so long for nothing. I'm very normal about it. Speaking of things I'm very normal about, I saw the live performance of Mesmerizer for the Miku Blooming concert. Oh my gosh, I was so ecstatic because this is the first time Teto has ever been in a official Vocaloid concert. Oh man, and boy, you could not have asked for a better one. I know there was a bit of contention on Vocal Synth Twitter over like whether or not if they were to have Mesmerizer, if Teto would perform it, because in the past when ER Fan Club got popular, that's the one where it's like it's about China, and it's with Rin and Gumi. They replaced Gumi with I think either Miku or Len or both. I know they replaced them with both in the Diva X game. But so people were thinking that they would probably replace Teto with like Rin or something. But they didn't. The Blooming tour came out and they listed the songs, and the very last one it said Hatsune Miku X question mark question mark question mark. And it was Mesmerizer, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, Teto's gonna be in a concert!" And that was me too. I was like that. I was like, "Oh my god, she's gonna be in a real concert! I can't believe it!" And she was. I'm honestly, I'm not totally surprised that she was in a concert because she does have a Project Diva model, and most of the I say most, like the models that they use for the concerts are like they've kind of evolved from and at one point in time used the Project Diva models. So, it's not totally surprising. It's like if there was if she had a voice bank. If there was like a song with Neru, they could use Neru because she has a diva model. But yeah, it was super cool. Because they even had like because if you don't know, like in the music video, um there's like the part where Miku gets hypnotized, her eyes like go all black, and she's got like little like shark teeth, and she has that in the concert, and I thought that was so cute. It was so good, and there's like a scene There's a part in the song where like after Miku got like hypnotized. Hi, Griffin. After she got hypnotized, Tedo like looks at her like kind of worried, and I thought, oh my god, that's so cute. Now the Nico Nico parties are pretty cool too, but they're not official, so this was like a big milestone. And I was so sad. I feared that I was not going to be able to see the performance because they had a live stream on the official Miku YouTube channel, but it was set at like 4:30 in the morning for me. I was like, no. Yeah, I was very relieved that somebody posted it on Twitter. Ah! Sorry, I took a bite of my cake and like it just exploded in my hand. It's very tasty though. Ah, but it keeps it's so good, but it keeps falling apart every time I bite into it. Ah. No, he's no family guy. He might be an American dad though. I don't know. Ah. Good morning, USA. I say that all the time. Just, you know, I just walk around and be like, good morning, USA. Oh, there may or may not be something in the works between the two of us. You'll see. You'll have to wait and see. I would say it's about like 8.5 out of 10. Not too bad, but I'm not a big fan. It's got like a bit of a texture thing on the top that I'm not totally vibing with, but that's okay. It's alright. Okay. I forgot what I was gonna talk about. And I'm sorry for like breathing on the mic. See, that's why I wanted to use my other microphone, but I don't know if it's echoing. I don't know what the deal with it is. Yeah, it'll be pretty fun. I also still want to one of these days I wanna still do a Diary of a Wimpy Kid watch along. Maybe I'll convince Griffin to watch it with me. I don't know his opinions on Diary of the Wimpy Kid. I don't know what his favorite Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie is. God, I'm so terrible. I'll tell you what my favorite one is, Roderick Rules. It's the best one. The first one is iconic though. The third one's also good, but not as good as the other ones. Oh, okay, then we'll definitely I'll strap you down. I'll strap you down like Clockwork Orange style. Does he know about the T-O-R-E? The door. That's my new favorite line. The door. I say it all the time. Well, Dog Days is the third one. Griffin, don't tell me you watched the movies out of order. Oh my god. That's alright. As long as you've seen Project Rules, that's that's the only one you need to watch. And one of my coworkers, they told me that they're like they are potentially getting a van, it's a white van, and they're like I'm considering spray painting loaded diaper onto the side of it. Well, that's fine. I didn't read too much of the books. I think I read the first one when I was in like elementary school. I was more of a Dork Diaries girly. Because at that time I was in the mindset of, ew, this is like a thing for boys. I don't want to read that. Boys are gross. So yeah, I read Dork Diaries instead. That one was definitely something. I wouldn't say that it's exactly like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, because I think the main character of that is not a terrible person. she from what I remember, she's just kind of like a normal girl that is getting bullied by like a popular rich girl. It's very LPS popular. It's the best way I can describe it. Dork Diaries is like LPS popular, except without the like dogs getting eating disorders. I don't know why so much of the media I watched when I was younger was about animals getting eating disorders. I mean, Horseland and LPS Popular are the only ones I can think of, but I'm sure there's other ones. Oh my gosh! Oh, I loved Baby Mouse when I was a kid! Hold on. I gotta show you all, in case you were not aware of, oh, sorry, I hit the mic again. Of Girl Boss legend, Baby Mouse. I used to read these books all the time. I still have, like, a good collection of them. Well, there's new ones too. Oh my god, look at her! She's so cute! Ah! Yeah, it's like about, this little mouse girl. She's so cute. And she's just kind of going through her life in school, and there's like a cat girl that bullies her, and she wants to impress this boy named Wilson. Like, I think he's like a bear or like I don't know, like a badger or something. I don't know, like this guy. And then this one is and I think this one, those are her friends, and this is the cat girl that doesn't like her. I remember her name. I think her name is like Felicia or something like that. I love her skating outfit. Ugh, she's such an icon, such a vibe. Maybe I'll have to do like one of those like video essays about Baby Mouse, because she's an icon. Oh my gosh, the Halloween one. I love the Halloween one. You know, like I said, I had a bunch of these books. You know, growing up, I would read. Oh, yes, this was her catchphrase. She would say "typical" like all the time. She's so cute. I love Baby Mouse. I can't totally remember because it's been a hot minute since I read any of the books, and they're comic books. It's been a hot minute since I read them, but I remember thinking that they were just like so funny when I was in like elementary school. It's like Baby Mouse and Avalon, which I know I've talked about Avalon before. Those are like my top favorite books, and Warriors, of course. I was a total Warrior Cats kid. Well, I don't know. Baby Mouse is it was more teen drama, I feel like, than Beastars is. I mean, Beastars definitely has like a bit of teen drama to it, but I'd say there's definitely no commentary about eating people. She's just a mouse girl. Trying to get through life, aren't we all? Aren't we all, at the end of the day, aren't we all just mice girls trying to get through life? Aww. Yeah, I wonder if they still make them, because I know the creator of it, they also made, they made another comic book about, like, an amoeba or something, like, the Amoeba Boys or something like that. Or no, that's Powerpuff Girls. They did make a comic about an amoeba in, like, an amoeba school. Yeah, you know, surprisingly, despite how into Greek mythology I am, I never did get into Percy Jackson. And I didn't get into manga until I was in middle school. Like, my first ever manga was for Higurashi. And, I lent it to one of my friends during a middle school dance. And they left it in the bathroom and somebody put it in the toilet. Thankfully, it wasn't a used toilet. But, you know, it's still pretty bad. It's just kind of a jerk thing to do. Like, what if it was a library book? You know? What then? Yeah, so those were my jams back in ye olden days. Baby Mouse, Warriors, and Avalon. Top tier. I really wish that they did something more with Avalon. I know a lot of people, like a lot of fans were like hoping for like a TV series or like an anime, because they did have a manga for Avalon. But no, we got nothing. The series ended and it never came back. Sad. Now there's probably tons of like hidden gem books, like hidden gem children's books that are just like screaming to be turned into movies or TV shows. Oh, that's nice. My parents didn't become weebs until like the end of high school for me. Like my parents like, you know, they've always been nerds, you know. Like I live in a Renaissance fair family. So like almost every year we go to the Renaissance fair, and my parents they got married at a Ren fair. So, and they met, well, they didn't meet at a Ren fair, but they worked at the same Ren fair, so, you know. I grew up going to them a lot. And my parents also are like, they're old school D&D players. So, you know, getting them into anime, it was not too big of a stretch. Now, getting my dad to watch the original Avatar, I don't think that's gonna happen. Which is, it's so crazy to me to think that my dad he had no idea that Avatar was a cartoon first before the Shyamalan movie came out. He was like, we were talking about it like with some friends, and they were like talking about how good the cartoon was, and he was like, oh, I thought that the movie came first. They were like, no. God, no. Because like that was like the #1 criticism of the movie, was that it was nothing like the show, you know? Yeah, it's always the younger siblings and like younger family members in general that it's a lot easier to get them into. Older generations, it's harder. Yeah, that's what, you know, I might, maybe one day if I come to my dad, I'm like, hey, let's watch Avatar, I'll be like, oh, okay.
I don't know. I think he would be into it if he gave it more of a chance, because he's seen both the Shyamalan movie and the live action Netflix show. Which I'm like, come on. If you're gonna watch all the other media from it, at least watch the original. Just cause it's animated and it aired on Nickelodeon. Come on. Come on, Dad. Yes, I'll do that. I'll do that. Ugh, that just reminds me of when I tried to get my younger cousins into Vocaloid. I tried to show them the classics. I showed them like Triple Baka and like Meltdown, and they didn't get it. They didn't see the vision. They were too distracted. They didn't care about the colorful anime girls on the screen. They were too focused on, what does that say? Because unfortunately, they're Gen Alpha, so they can't read fast, and they have the attention spans of goldfish. So I say that like I don't have the attention span of a goldfish. Oh well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I want to hope that they'll get faster at reading, but honestly, I don't know, because literacy rates sadly have been going down. So that's why I was hoping that if I could get them into Vocaloid, number one, I could drag them down with me, indoctrinate them into the Miku cult. But also, because I know I got really fast at reading, at least reading in my head. I'm not very fast at reading out loud by watching anime. And just because I read a lot of books when I was in school, I don't know if schools even do that anymore. If they like make you read books all the time, like when I was in school. Because I remember, like, especially in middle school, um, they like, you had to have a book. Like every couple weeks, they had you go to the library and pick out like a book to read. And then there was like a period during the school day where you would just have to read. You would have to read for like, I don't know, it was like 15 minutes or something. And yeah. I I somehow, I was clever, you see. When I was in school, I was clever. And I told my teacher that the book that I was reading was on my phone. Which sometimes was true, because I did have a couple of books on my phone. So I would tell my teacher, "Is it okay if I read my book on my phone?" And she would be like, "Yeah, okay." And then I would go on AO3 and read fan fictions. I mean, I am reading. They didn't say that it had to be like a published book. They just want you to read. So, reading I did. Yeah, oh my gosh. I hated, when I was in school, you used to have to like, you also had to like take tests for the points, but we didn't have like an award ceremony. We had rewards. So like if you like read and like got a certain amount of points by the end of like a semester or something like that, you got to like take a trip or like do something special. And hello, welcome. And so I never got any of those rewards. That's not true. I got it once. I got the rewards once because when it comes to reading books, I am very slow. I really take my time. So like, because you know, I knew some kids who could, like, they could read an entire book in one day. That was not me. I would take, like, at least a month, maybe two, to read one book. I knew there was one kid in my class, he took maybe, like, 2 or 3 months to read, Lord of the Rings. And, like, the teachers were really impressed by that. And, yeah, like, I guess it was a lot of points. I guess, you know, that makes sense. Because it's a pretty big book. But, yeah. I would normally be, like, behind. And it's not because I wasn't reading, it's just because I was very slow at reading. Yeah. Yeah, no, I miss having a lot of time to read. I also used to read, like, over the summer a lot. Because, the lady who would, like, babysit me over the summer, she would take us to, like, the library all the time and sign us up for, like, the summer reading programs that they would have at the libraries. Yuri manga is great. You know, I gotta agree there. Unfortunately, I was not allowed to have Yuri mangas in school. That's another story that I'm sure Mama B does not want me to tell. But yeah, it's just like it's just very hard, you know. Some methods of teaching, because you know not every kid learns the same way. Some kids like pick up on things really fast. Some kids it takes them a while. I'm one of the kids where it takes a while. So you know, it's not that I didn't like to read. I loved reading. Like I said, I was huge into Warrior Cats. I loved Warriors so much when I was a kid. It just took me a long time, you know, to get through a book. Yeah, I get that. What I used to have this Snoopy bookmark that I got in 3rd grade, and I would read with that whenever, like, every Warriors book that I read, I would read with that bookmark, and then I lost it one day. Like, I would just, like, I would line the bookmark up with whatever line of the page I was on, and that got me reading a lot faster, I think. Yeah, yeah, it's true. Education is getting hard in the country that I live in, which really sucks. But you know, what can you do? We don't need to talk about that right now. Let's go back to talking about children's books. And you know, I even now I wish that I could read all the time like I did back then. I wish I could do a lot of stuff like I did back then. I wish I could watch anime all day like I did back then. So like when I was a kid, when I would go on summer break, like I very specifically remember, I think it was when the summer from when I was in either 4th or 5th grade. I came home and instantly I just got on the computer and I watched anime the rest of the day, like back to back to back. And that's how I would watch anime. Is I would have like 3 different shows that I would be like, I want to watch these, and then I would watch like one episode of anime A, one episode of anime B, one episode of anime C, and just keep on watching that until I finish them. But I can't do that anymore because now I have like adult responsibilities and I have to like work for most hours of the day. And then I have to stream for more hours of the day. Well, I mean, I guess I don't have to stream, but you know, I like to. I haven't seen the newest episode, but I'm liking the girl that's basically Hatsune Miku. Of course. Though I thought that it was funny when she like started singing and like she's supposed to be like 12 years old, but she has the voice of like a 20-year-old woman. Like, yeah, that's definitely her singing. It's giving the Miraculous Ladybug movie or that one clip from the Monster High New York movie where like Deuce is like talking and then he starts singing in a completely different voice. Hilarious. I love you, Monster High. Watching 16! Oh my gosh! What are you, Mama B? Oh my god. Yeah, Mama B watches anime like crazy. I don't know if she's watching that many anime though. You might have her beat. I know she's watching a lot. I know she's watching like I know she's watching Apothecary Diaries and Windbreaker. Both of those I'm thinking about watching. I just haven't. I'm still stuck. I'm between watching To Be Hero X and Freerun. I'm only like halfway through Freerun though, so no spoilers. No spoilers, please. Oh, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that they have a cliffhanger. Oh well, I'll be excited to see it. I started watching it last night, and then I started playing Overwatch. So, yeah, that kind of that took me out of it a little bit. I was like, oh boy, I can't wait to go play on Overwatch, only to like lose 3 games. No, don't do that, please. Don't make me have to mute you. All right. Yeah, I've heard good things about Windbreaker. And I like the design of the main character. I like his two-tone hair. I think it's cute. Though Mama V says she likes some different guy with like dark hair. I don't know their names. I know the main guy and I know the cross-dresser guy. Of course I know the femboy. Are you kidding me? That's I only ever know them. Yeah, that's too bad. I don't really follow the anime of the year. I never really did. I remember being severely disappointed in the very first one that they did when Yoshikage Kira did not win Villain of the Year. Honestly, robbed. I've never seen Erased, but Yoshikage Kira on top. I don't care. I just love him. He's so silly, and he looks like David Bowie, and his stand is a cat. Meow. I guess so. I wish I had that much time. Maybe then I could actually get stuff done. Who am I kidding? I wouldn't. I would spend most of it playing like Project Diva or something. So that's all I do on my days off is I play Project Diva and draw. So I guess that's kind of getting stuff done. Ah. Oh, I made a Mario sound. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I dropped Demon Slayer, I'm not gonna lie. I should probably like finish watching it. I'm just not really that big of a fan of like battle shonens. Like I like JoJo and I like Hunter x Hunter. And like that's about it. At least for the serious shonen like battle shonen anime. It's like I like the comedic ones like Mashal and One Punch Man. Like I used to be like super obsessed with One Punch Man when I was in middle school. I have so like at my local state fair, there's like one booth that does like custom name boards with like they have like all sorts of different things. They have like there's like your standard like Hello Kitty, there's Dora, standard like kids show stuff. And then they had one year they had One Punch Man, and I was like, yeah, I want a One Punch Man. I want a One Punch Man name poster. So yeah, now over my room I have a little One Punch Man thingy that says BBB's room. I have one other one that has like tigers on it. I don't know why I picked tigers. I just thought they were cool. I liked cats, and they didn't have any that were like house cats, so it's like tigers it is. I understand not wanting to end a series you really like. I get that. Yeah, I don't know. I think people were just wrong. Mhm. Mhm. Because I know a lot of people were very upset with the 2016 anime awards because Yuri on Ice won like almost every single category, and people were like, "That's not fair. People only voted for it because it's like really popular right now." And I mean, Yuri on Ice is very good. Should it have won every single category? I don't know. I enough time has passed where I do not remember everything that came out that year, so I don't know. But yeah, I have seen the pictures. I am glad that Devilman Crybaby won for 2017. That show ate. I'm sorry. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, and I understand that not everybody is into all the gore and nudity and Rio Asuka. I get that, but I don't know. I really like it. I just like Yuasa's animation a lot. Like I really like Ping Pong the animation. I feel like I'm the only person I know who has seen that. But it's really good. I keep on trying to tell people, like, I mean, it's animated kind of weird, but it's just rotoscoped, and rotoscoping is cool. Yeah, yeah. There's always good stuff coming out every year. Mhm. Oh yeah, Yuri on Ice is really cute. It's a good series. The animation for it is beautiful, but of course, because it's by Mappa, they're not working their animators practically to death for like 24/7 just for them to come out with not good animation. I remember it being shut your yaps. Like, shut your yaps and get to work. Something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. It has been a bit since I've seen Gravity Falls. I don't know. I've only seen one episode of Solo Leveling. It just didn't really seem like my sort of anime. I know there's a lot of fighting and gore in it, but or at least there was in the first episode, but I don't know. It just wasn't really my vibe. Oh yeah, I do love Cloverworks. Cloverworks, I'm pretty sure did the animation for Elusive Samurai, and I think they're the ones doing the animation for Witch Hat Atelier, which I'm so excited for. Yee! That's one of the ones where just I'll be like, I'm sorry, I have to drop everything to watch this. Like that one, and the summer Hikaru died. I cannot wait for that one too. There's just not enough horror yaoi out there. There's a bit of horror Yuri, but there ain't no horror yaoi animes. It's not okay. You know. it'll come out, and I'll be ready. I'll be ready for it. Yeah, I've never seen Full Metal Alchemist, so I don't know. But I know Mama B has seen it. Mama B and Papa B have seen it, and they really like it. So I don't know. Is it? I've never seen JJK. I got I've got it spoiled for me, so I never watched it. All right. Well, maybe I will have to put it on my list. I've got so many. I have so many animes on my list of things to watch. And like I finally the only one that I think I've like finished right now is Chika no Noko no Koko Shitantan. I finished watching that, and I also I had been watching I've been watching the VTuber anime. That one, I think I've talked about it before. It's okay. I just feel like I don't know. I feel like they try too hard. Like, you know, you can't just chaotic VTubers are an art. You know, you can't write chaotic VTubing. You know, you just gotta. It just happens. You can't force chaotic VTubing. It just has to happen naturally. And I feel like the writing, they're kind of trying a bit too hard to make her seem like, oh wow, yeah, she's such a VTuber. Whoa. You know? And like I don't know, as like looking back, probably like, you know, in the time when the anime came out, it was probably like, whoa, oh my gosh, this is the thing that we're all into right now. You know, it was probably like very groundbreaking. But looking back from like being in the current VTubing community, I don't know, it's just not, it doesn't feel the same. What are you talking about me? Have I gotten too much? Honestly, I think I haven't gotten enough. Oh, thank you so much for the donation. Oh, you passed your class with 95. Yay! Congratulations. That sounds awesome. So happy for you. Yay. I lost my thought of train. Oh yeah, the VTuber anime. I also the other thing. Oh, you don't like VTuber? Okay, that's, yeah. I get that. I understand that. I can agree. I think like some VTubers, they kind of, I feel like they force themselves to have like clippable moments, and it's, you know, it's not for everyone, but that's okay. But the other thing that I didn't really like was I thought that when I started watching it, I thought it was going to be like the main character was just like, you know, her VTuber persona was going to be like on the screen, but her real self was going to be the main character. You know, that's what I was thinking it was going to be like. But no, it was just, she was her VTuber persona both in real life and on stream, which I mean, you know, I could see there being a market for that, but I don't know. I feel like it would feel a bit more authentic if it did have her, like maybe it could be like when she's streaming, like herself in the real world is her character, but like when she's off stream, it's just her as a regular everyday person. So I don't know. I feel like it would be more realistic that way, but I can't see the vision. Especially during that period when I think it was a lot more taboo to show your real face as a VTuber. I do like Lucky Star. That one was cute. But I think nowadays the whole like stigma behind face reveals has gone away a lot. Not with agency VTubers necessarily, but I think like in general, I think people have gotten a lot more used to like seeing VTubers in person and and their past lives. Hmm. And I think that's honestly I think it's a good thing that has become more normalized because it definitely it humanizes us VTubers a lot more. And it shows that like at the end of the day these are real people that are just they're just trying to get through the day, trying to have a good time, trying to give everybody a good time through their streams. Mm. I personally would not do a face reveal because I don't want to do that. But I respect other people's decisions to do that. Some people are very anti doing face reveals, and I think that's fine. Just you just do what makes you happy. That's my take. If you're happy about that, then be happy about that. Yeah, I know there are like certain mangas that like tackle that sort of thing, and there's like that whole Charizard game that's about like the stalking and parasocial relationships. Just that particular anime did not focus on that. Which I remember reading one BL manga where it was like two VTubers. One of them was an indie, and then the other one was in an agency. And the agency VTuber, his model was very like feminine, but in real life he was very like ikemen. And so like it's a BL, so like they like get into a relationship and they accidentally like kiss while on stream. Like they like forgot to mute their mic, and then everybody gets mad at them, and I was like, "Oh, come on now. Be realistic. If that happened, people would be all about that. They would be like, "Oh my gosh, whoa!" See? You see? People would not be mad. Oh, that would be interesting. Honestly, I feel like that just sounds like a regular VTuber. Yeah. Yeah, I will say being an anime girl is a lot easier than being a flesh and blood girl. Ugh. Gross. Imagine having flesh and blood. Ew. Can't imagine. Ugh, my hips are getting tired from sitting all day, all night. Yeah, I never got to see the ending because I think they stopped uploading chapters to the website I was on for that manga. So like I don't know what happened after they got found out. Like did they quit? Did they have to make a PR statement? I don't know. Okay, McDonald's. Oh my gosh, have you guys seen the McDonald's Vocaloid crossover ads? I absolutely cracked up. They have one that's like it's like a parody of Fire Flower by Haliosi. Oh my god, I was laughing so hard because he goes like a spicy nugget. I was like what? It's so funny. Yeah, they've done a couple. They've done a couple of them. They did Al Miku Miku You. They've done Poppy Po. I know in the past, I think they've done King and Goodbye Sengen, and now they've done Fire Flower. It's pretty funny. It's funny, but like at the same time, especially the Poppy Po one, they're not very well tuned. It's like, you know, you're already using the artist's songs. Could you not just like ask them to tune it? Which I'm pretty sure, because I know at least for Goodbye Sengen, the producer of that song did upload it to their channel, so I'm pretty sure they at least tuned that one. Yeah, they're very fry based, except for the Fire Flower one, which is chicken nugget based. But I'm very excited to see what they're gonna have next. Also, I thought that it was very funny because they don't have licensing for Gakpoid, so for the Poppy Po one, they replaced Gakpoid with Luca. It's like, aw man, they didn't have the Gakpoid money. Hate to see it. They did have all the other ones though, so hey, you know. I don't know. They might have used Luca in the original if she had come out at the time. It's very strange to see like old old Vocaloid songs like from before even Luca was released. Cuz it's like something's missing. Something doesn't feel right. It's like when you look at pictures of like a group of characters, like they say that it's like with Scooby-Doo, like if you look at a picture of all the Scooby-Doo characters together, like it feels like there's someone missing, but there isn't. So like at the time there wasn't anybody missing, but it feels like there's someone missing. Cuz there isn't Luca, there's no Gumi. They don't have the Big 8. The Big 8 didn't exist. It's crazy. And then Ia and Mayu came out and they tried to make them into the Big 10, but Mayu didn't really click, unfortunately, because Mayu is very cute. There's a number of like Vocaloids that came out during like the V2, early V3 era that I feel like totally could have been like mainstay voice banks. Like Miki is definitely one of them, and Lily. Though I did see a bit of Lily content. And Pico. Oh my gosh, I could not believe that Pico did not catch on. Cause he's so cute. And also I like his voice provider. He has a nice voice. But I think there might have been, I guess, from what I've heard from like people who were like in the fandom back in those early days, is that like there was a bit of like animosity towards like other more cutesy Vocaloids, like because there was like specific colors, like every Vocaloid had to have their own specific color. So because you know, so like you had Meiko was red, Kaito was blue, Miku's teal, Rin and Len are orange and yellow, Luca's pink, Gakpoi's purple, and Gumi's green. So, you know, they were like, you can't be any of these other colors that is, like, the entire rainbow. I don't know why. It's kind of weird, like, looking back on it. At least, that's what I've been told. That's what I've been told. Oh, and then there's Teto, but, I mean, she kind of doesn't count, because, you know, she's Utao. I mean, you know, she was commonly associated with the Big Eight. Yeah, well, I mean, at least we had justice for Miki because she now has a synthwave voice bank, and it sounds very good. And also Yuki has gotten very popular as of recent, which is great. You know, we have many hits from like Inabaki Mori and Yukopi. I think that's their name, the Kyofu All Black producer. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. It's just like somebody made like a meme of, like about a year ago where it was Perto. It's just Teto with Teto's head on a pear, and that's the meme. It just caught on and got super popular. No one knows why. Yeah, Harinosaur is on Synth B now too. And Gumi's on Synth B now too, and Iroha's getting a Synth B, which I'm really excited about. I hope that good night. Have a good night. Yeah. Which I'm kind of hoping that they trans Iroha because her voice provider is trans, and let's just say he does not sound like Iroha anymore. His voice is now very deep. So, there's a very simple solution that they could go with. And people shouldn't complain. I swear to God, if I see any people complaining when Iroha's Synth V voice bank comes out, that's like, she doesn't sound like Iroha. I'm gonna be like, be so for real. You know why. You know why she doesn't sound like that anymore. Yeah. Lots of very exciting vocal synth news. And I think I'm gonna end honestly, because my tummy is starting to hurt again. So I should probably go and take some more Pepto. So I'm gonna head out before things get worse. So I'll see you all next time and have a beautiful day. Bye.